What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the top 4 high yield savings accounts that you can open today. Now, as we get started, I want to talk a little bit about why you want a high yield savings account, especially in today's market. First of all, it's the peace of mind. There's no doubt that money available for just in case moments is important. You don't have to think about where the money's going to come from. You don't have to worry about where the money's going to go. As long as it sits in a savings account, like a high yield savings account, it's typically going to earn interest and it's going to help you along your journey to financial independence for those emergency moments. Another reason why I like having an emergency fund and I like having them in an HYSA is because of the ease of access. If I wanted to transfer right now money from my American Express high yield savings account to my personal checking, it's only going to take a day or two. It can happen very quickly, and I like that it is a little bit of a few steps that I have to do because it's going to remove that temptation to want to spend that money right away. So it is strictly for emergencies. Now, all of the high yield savings accounts that we're going to be looking at today are FDIC insured up to $250,000. Believe it or not, no customer has ever lost any money of insured deposits in the history of the FDIC. So that's almost 100% guarantee that nothing will ever happen to your money. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but that's probably the closest thing to 100% guaranteed that nothing's going to happen to your money. Now let's go ahead and start with number 4 on the list. And this is going to be the high yield savings account that we have, my family has, and it's with American Express. American Express is currently offering a 2.5% annual percentage yield. So that's not bad. That's actually going to be tied with another bank that we're going to be looking at that's at the lower end of the interest rates. But what I love about them is that there's no minimum balance required. You don't have to maintain a certain balance. There's no minimum deposit that you have to come with, and there are no monthly fees. That goes a long way because in the event that you do have an emergency where you have to pull the money out, you don't want to worry about having to maintain some kind of minimum balance. And that's why we've kept it at American Express. I'm perfectly happy having it there and staying there, but I am tempted again by some of these higher interest rates that we're going to be looking at in some of these other banks. Now, American Express does offer 24/7 customer support. So if that is something that is important to you to have that type of support, then American Express is definitely a company that you should consider, especially because they do have a long track record of being a successful, sound company to work with. As I've mentioned before, your money up to $250,000 is FDIC insured, which means if anything happens to it, the FDIC is going to make sure that they pay you that money that may have been lost or may have been tampered with, whatever the case may be. You're going to be insured up to $250,000 for basically not doing anything. So you're going to use this as a high yield savings account. You're going to use it as your emergency fund. Why not? Number 3 on the list is tied with American Express as far as having the lower interest rates of the 4, and that is Ally Bank. Ally Bank offers a high yield savings account that offers a 2.5% annual percentage yield. And just like American Express, Ally Bank has no monthly maintenance fees, no minimum opening deposits. They are a great company to have your high yield savings account with. I have no problems with you wanting to go with Ally Bank because they do offer checking where your checking account can actually also earn interest. So if you want to just go to a one-stop shop, I think Ally Bank is great for that. A lot of my friends do have Ally Bank and they always rave about it. They're always telling me, hey, why aren't you using Ally Bank yet? At the same time, I still like my American Express only because that's who we started with, and they're usually keeping up with interest rates as far as, staying at least somewhat competitive. But I do like Ally Bank's offer of so many different products and different ways to invest that if that's a company that you want to bank with, I'm perfectly happy with you choosing them. Again, your high yield savings account with Ally Bank is going to be FDIC insured, so you can rest easy knowing that your money is going to be safe if you even choose Ally Bank. And just like American Express, Ally Bank also offers 24/7 customer service. So if there's ever any problems or a situation where you need support, they'll be there for you 24/7. Number 2 on this list is a new high yield savings account that I'm actually looking into more. It's with Bask Bank. Bask Bank is an online only bank that's part of the Texas Capital Bank based in Dallas. Now, this bank actually offers one of the highest interest rates that I've currently seen at 3.6%. And since they are new to the game, I am a little bit hesitant to jump into Bask Bank just because I want to see how they handle the customer service service aspect of their services. I want to make sure that they're giving the proper level of support for people who are looking to transfer their high yield savings account to Bask Bank. So this is something interesting that I'm going to be continuing to look at. Definitely do a follow-up review of this company, especially if we end up moving our emergency fund to the high yield savings account at Bask Bank. So make sure you subscribe because we are going to be talking about this in the future. As of right now, there are no monthly fees or minimum balance requirements. However, if you do have $0 in that account, they do say on their site that if an account remains unfunded for 15 days, they have the right to close that account. So it's not going to be like an American Express or Ally where you could pretty much sit there with $0 in your savings account. But if you do end up with a savings account of zero balance in your Bask Bank savings account, then they have the right to close that account. But this 3.6% APY annual percentage yield is very intriguing to me. It's something that I'm definitely going to be looking into more. So stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss any videos where I'm going to be covering high yield savings accounts in the future. Now, number one on the list is going to be CIT Bank. Now, this bank has been around for some time, and they have consistently offered higher interest rates than Ally and American Express. And currently, they are offering a 3.25% APY. So while it's not as high as Bask Bank, which is a new player on the field, CIT Bank is higher than a lot of your other competitors that are out there. I do like CIT Bank. If it wasn't for Bask Bank, we would have considered moving to CIT Bank by now. However, because of this new developments, these new companies that are offering higher interest rates, it's something that we're going to take a pause on and just kind of see what goes on from here. But CIT Bank is great. They do have a requirement of a $100 minimum deposit because you are going to get a higher interest rate. But as long as you maintain that $100 minimum deposit, you should be fine. Now, CIT Bank is great because they do offer money market accounts. They offer checking accounts where you still can also earn a little bit of interest. They also offer CDs. So you're going to get a lot of different opportunities to do different kinds of investing, different kinds of savings through this one bank. And again, all these accounts are FDIC insured. And the great thing is, what I want you to understand is if you are a couple, if you are a spouse, you can actually open a high yield savings account in your name and then also your spouse's name. And then you'll have up to $500,000 of an account that's FDIC insured. If you're just worried about, hey, I might have a lot of money that I can put in any of these accounts, but I have more than the $250,000. How can I get that FDIC insurance? Well, that's the strategy that a lot of people do. They open one account in one name and another account in another name. But those are my current top 4 high yield savings accounts that you can open right now. I'll put links in the description for each bank where you can go do more research to find out which one is a good fit for you. You definitely want to do your research and find out. Now, as you're on your journey of saving money and building wealth, maybe you're interested in learning what it takes to be a millionaire. How long is it going to take? Well, the video on the screen is going to tell you exactly that. Check it out and I'll see you over there. Peace.